Welcome, everybody, to this deep dive. Today, we're exploring the world of Taiwanese Hokkien dialects.
Oh, yeah.
And we're going to be focusing on an academic paper that compares 4 specific dialects.
Okay.
Taipei, Tainan, Lukang, and Yilan. So think of this as a journey through the soundscape of Taiwan, kind of.
I like that.
Where we uncover how history and migration have shaped the way people speak Hokkien.
Exactly. And what's so fascinating about Taiwanese Hokkien is that it's not just one monolithic language.
Right.
It's really a tapestry of different dialects, each with its own unique story to tell.
Okay, so let's set the stage. We know Hokkien is the most spoken language in Taiwan.
Right.
How did it get there in the first place?
So Hokkien arrived in Taiwan primarily with migrants from the southern Min region of Fujian province in mainland China.
Okay.
And they brought with them 2 main branches of pronunciation, Quanzhou and Zhangzhou.
Right.
And, these branches intertwine across Taiwan. But certain areas develop distinct flavors of Hokkien.
And that's what makes this deep dive so interesting.
Exactly.
We're going to zoom in on 4 specific locations
and
see how their dialects differ. Shall we start with Taipei City?
Absolutely. Taipei is a fascinating case.
Okay.
Because it leans towards Quanzhou pronunciation, but it's been heavily influenced by a diverse mix of migrants from other regions.
Okay.
This has created a unique blend that sets it apart from, say, a city like Tainan.
Right. So it's like a linguistic melting pot.
Exactly.
Are there any specific examples of how this blend plays out in the way people pronounce words in Taipei?
Sure. So one key difference is that Taipei Hokkien has lost the DZ sound found in other dialects.
Okay.
For instance, a word like this, which is pronounced sit in some areas, becomes sit in Taipei without the DZ at the beginning.
That's a subtle difference.
Yeah.
But I can see how it would make a big impact on the overall sound of the language.
Absolutely.
So Taipei has that Quanzhou base with some intriguing twists.
Yeah.
What about Tainan? It's the oldest city in Taiwan, right?
That's right.
Does that history show up in its Hokkien dialect?
Absolutely. Tainan's Hokkien leans towards the Zhangzhou pronunciation.
Okay.
And it's known for a particular vowel sound, the saz vowel, which sounds different from how it's pronounced in other areas. It's almost like a slightly elongated E sound.
Okay.
Think of how you'd say the word set in English.
Set. Okay, so if I'm hearing that E's vowel, I'm likely in Tainan territory.
You got it.
What's really interesting is that our source suggests this unique E's vowel might actually be indicative of a broader trend.
Wow.
In Taiwanese Hokkien pronunciation. Not just limited to Tainan, it makes you wonder if certain sounds are evolving in similar ways across different dialects.
That's a great point. And it highlights how language is constantly in flux, adapting, shifting over time.
Yeah.
Even within a relatively small island like Taiwan,
you
see these fascinating variations emerging.
Now, let's shift gears and head to Lukang. Our source mentions a proverb that says, Lukang people speak differently.
They do.
What sets their dialect apart?
So Lukang is a town known for preserving a very distinct form of Quanzhou pronunciation, largely due to its historical role as a major port directly connected to Quanzhou in mainland China. This direct link fostered close ties and helped to maintain a closer connection to the original source.
So it's like a linguistic time capsule.
Yeah.
Preserving those older pronunciations. Are there any specific features of Lukang Hokkien that really stand out?
One striking feature is that Lukang Hokkien retains 8 vowel sounds.
Wow.
Unlike the 6 found in many other Taiwanese Hokkien dialects.
Okay.
This makes it particularly interesting to linguists because it offers a glimpse into the evolution of Hokkien vowel systems.
8 vowels. That must create a very rich and nuanced soundscape.
Absolutely.
It sounds like Lukang is a must-visit for any language enthusiast.
Yeah.
Okay, our final stop on this Hokkien tour is Yilan.
Okay.
What can you tell us about their dialect?
Yilan boasts the dialect with the strongest Zhangzhou influence.
Oh, wow.
You'll hear this in how they pronounce certain words like fan for rice.
Okay.
They retain the nui ending, unlike the more common o found in other areas.
Okay.
It's a subtle marker of their Zhangzhou heritage.
Fascinating. So even though both Taipei and Tainan have their own distinct flavors of Hokkien,
Right.
Yilan takes the Zhangzhou influence to a whole new level.
Exactly. And it's worth noting that both Yilan and Taipei Hokkien retain all 15 initial consonant sounds found in traditional Hokkien pronunciation systems.
Okay.
This contrasts with some other dialects that have simplified their consonant inventory over time.
So we're seeing these fascinating connections and divergences even within a single language family.
Yes.
It's really highlighting the incredible linguistic diversity within Taiwan.
That's exactly right. And it's what makes studying dialects so rewarding. It's like piecing together a linguistic puzzle where each sound provides a clue to the history and cultural interactions of a region.
I like that. Yeah. Okay, we've had this amazing tour of 4 different Hokkien dialects, each with its own unique sound and story.
Absolutely.
You've mentioned how these dialects are mutually intelligible.
Yes.
But for someone who's not familiar with Hokkien at all, how noticeable would these differences be? Would it be like listening to completely different languages?
That's a great question.